Broken crayons, still colors.
It's beautiful. Brunson. As far as money, I've been getting and spending a lot. I used to dread dreads, now I got a head full of locks. We used to bend blocks, speakers booming, playing the locks. The war don't stop, 30 shots of soap in the sock. Technically, younger going to school still from the block. His record clean, but he still know not to talk to them cops. Told my man bag that bitch cause she fuck with the ops. When she sleep, go through her phone so the wolves get to drop. My pops from West, seen him supply the city with drop. Then he got knocked, the first day he got his new drop. Nigga, this ain't what you think, and it's not what it's not. You gotta hate yourself a little, there is gel of that box. Yeah. You gotta hate yourself a little to make a black heart stop. Abortion clinics in the hood, liquor stores on the block. I'm from the old red top, recognized on my block. I know the shooter by the pattern to how that gun pop. You gotta hate yourself a little to be involved in them cops on a nigga that took care of the kids when you left the spot. I should be done buying diamonds, melanin worth a lot. The cream rise to the top, the barrel steam from them shots. No stones in the watch, touch mine, you gon' get a fresh stone in the plot. You feel the sting when you shot. 2-win season, we put a brown bag on your top. We jet skiing when you niggas had to double your socks. Told my mom she could move and I take care of the house. I was 17, I experienced my very first drought. From that day on, I knew I wouldn't be a sellout. You glorify being in, you win when you stay out. Never did a day, but still got me some cash to bail out. They call me Big Brunson, I'm on y'all hills like the Big Bunyan. Reassemble the strap in the bathroom of the function. Marijuana Senate got the corporate bitches blushing. We swing iron like Tiger, we ain't doing no tussling. Put the substance over fire every day. We hustling, the plates razor bumping. The snakes evolve, they on his, they just call you cousin. Morning shift with the Welches in the corn muffin. Functioning fiends with IQs higher than most of the public. That make a long story short, we mass up and snubbed it. The white man with the gavel couldn't even judge it. Yeah.
Lord Brunson. A broken crayon, still colors.
Niggas scramble when they feel the rush. Bitches lose their mind when I rap like it's cannabis. One snap off the ball, make them turn to dust. Make them all marvel and applaud when it comes to us. Street sweepers keep the roads clean. I'm like the machine, I clean house scrubbing the rap scene. I keep it mean. I'm my own biggest critic when it comes to me. Fuck your opinion, doesn't matter to me. Honestly, the queen gave birth to a god, I'm here. I left gold by the cervix, the talent is rare. Niggas try to imitate, but it's hard to compare. They come close, but realize that there's more to the lair. Can't reach the surface, nigga, how your arm reach. I run parts of recreation like it's Pawnee, that's field awareness. My bitch got expensive taste, she eatin' asparagus. She like to travel, see the world, she used to the turbulence. Look, rappers pissed cause I'm hella cocky. Little nigga grow some balls if you wanna stop me. Shit can get rocky, I'm the hard copy. And you can tell when they try cause it's getting sloppy. Look, no floppy disk, this the flatter way of knocking up. Load a full clip and fill your database. And it's a data breach, download your memory bank. And now I crash the service like it's Independence Day.
Hope your antennas on straight with all that static. It's voices in my attic telling me mass up and blast it. The crib look like we selling blue magic. You walked into a room covered in plastic. I stepped outside my tomb and got active. The dead walk amongst the dudes lacking. Business is business, you spoil that bitch. She just gave us her back end. The Dungeness crab legs cracking. Over the pasta, that's how we snacking. Cashmere socks, we street niggas in high fashion. Big body whips, we bend corners, give streets lashes. You fucking with shooters, that's suicide like team practice. You look like a boss, I just saw your pictures, that's catfish. Sticks and whistle crib, but the carpet smelling like cat piss. I make your bitch me out, cause my wrist to her just like catnip. Down that Mr. Child with niggas that make bricks backflip. You niggas giving statements, we fire sticks, they retracted. The right hand for the money, the left hand for a pussy. I'm right-handed, so you tell me what's meaning more to me. Heard you bringing war to me, we turn blocks to Saw movies. You playing a dangerous game, mama love gon' be in pain. She free to scream my name, but don't you use my shit in vain. If you bustin' down the bird, just keep them pieces plain Jane. From the first to the third, same thermal in the rain. Junkies limping up the block, we got that cane for that sprain. All this pressure, all this pain, I'm like these corners still remain. Went from being paying slaves to blowing bags to keep me in these chains. I respond, to kill me, you gon' have to kill the game.
Let's go. Yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. We already know the vibes. We know what we here to do. The second installment of the live debates. The first one was a huge success. I'm going to try to find topics to debate. Let me get some more light in it. There we go. I'm going to try to find topics to debate every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to y'all. So the rules are simple. The rules are the same. So the link is on Twitter. A lot of people like to run their mouth on Twitter. The link is on Twitter. You know what I mean? The link is in the chat right here. I'm going to post it in there one more time. The link is in the chat right there. The following topics will be discussed tonight. Shout out to everybody in the building. The following topics will be discussed tonight. My first claim is that the Eagles Super Bowl window is still open. We're going to start from 1 to 2. My second claim is that Jayden Daniels was exposed last season. My third claim is that the Dallas Cowboys playoff woes are largely the fault of the quarterback. And my fourth claim is John Harbaugh, the New York Giants' new pride and joy, is severely, and I mean severely, overrated. This is a safe space. There's no right or wrong answer in here. There is just the truth. It's just the truth. There is nothing more. If you got the truth, then you don't need to worry about being right or wrong. If you could back these claims up with truth, then come on in. Let's talk about it. Because I'm about to mask up and I'm about to see who feel whatever way they feel about it. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to call the first person in here, and my first claim is simple. The Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl window is still open. My guy, King Diego, what's going on, man?
What up, brother? How you?
I can't complain, man. You bright and early. That's my guy right here, man. You bright and early, too. You're the first one. What's up, man? How you feeling?
For sure. I had to. I'm good, man. Just celebrate. I'm good to celebrate a birthday. I'm good to go, man. I'm good.
The playoff window is still open.
Oh, no. The playoff window
definitely still open. I'm sorry, Super Bowl window.
Super Bowl window definitely still open. We got some young guys who still coming up, who still young. Still got Jayden. You still got all your major pieces. So the Super Bowl window is still open. The defense is still young. We only going to get better. Those young guys who've been balling out the last 2 years, Q and Coop, Jalix Hunt. You got Makuba. Hopefully he's gonna come back fully healthy. You know what I'm saying? You got the pieces to actually do some shit. You got Bond. Hopefully we bring back Nicole. I need us to bring back N'Kobe. But if not, it's cool. I feel like Hattie could do it. He can do it. So we good to go, man. I feel like we still good to go. I really wanted to get to the next topic because you know where I live at. We down here in DC, so I wanted to talk about them damn Redskins or Commanders or whatever they want to call it, Washington, whatever. But that's what I really wanted to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all of them. Everybody gonna get their little shine because this is an NFC East debate.
Yeah,
But I agree with you, man. You know the window is open for sure. I think the large part about it, why I feel like the window is open, is because you still got Howie Roseman. That's sure. probably number one or one A or 1B. But then you still got your Super Bowl MVP. You still got your guy who's calm, cool, collected, and Jalen Hurts at the quarterback position.
And I didn't even mention him because it's no need to mention him. It's a no-brainer. Yeah,
I agree with you because if you want to get to how we feel about our roster, you got to start with identifying your quarterback. Absolutely. You got to do that. And I feel like, honestly, if you want me to be for real, since this is an NFC East thing, I really feel like that the Eagles are the only one who truly the only ones who truly, really, I can say that identified their guy. Like, you really still don't even know what Jayden Daniels is if you're keeping it a buck.
Oh no, that's what I want to talk about. Sure, that's why I can't wait to get to the
Oh,
next.
yeah. If you're keeping it a buck, but you know, we definitely gonna get to the next topic though, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna hit one or two more guys on this one and see how they feel. Somebody might disagree. Let's see though.
Say no more. Yeah, I'm with you. All right, bro.
All right, bro.
I'll let you.
All right, Brody.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? My guy Diego. Shout out to Diego. Who this? Kyron Clarkston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm in the car right now. If it's too loud, I can pull over real quick.
No, you straight. Keep it moving. Be safe. The Philadelphia Eagles window is wide open. How do you feel about that?
I totally agree. Like, and it's a no-brainer to me. We got the team. We got all the pieces. You know, offensive line issue, but we still got our people. Right. And me personally, like, the window is wide open. And I don't know if it had to do with the coaching last year, but I think another thing is I want Jay to, not saying he didn't take away from these games this year, but I want him to, like, take over the game if he can. Like, if a coach calls maybe the wrong play, let's get to the line, do what we need to do to put ourselves in a position to win. You know, I don't know if the coaches are hindering him from, you know, being the monster he could be, or, you know, I don't know.
I don't think I don't really think it was a hindrance thing. I think it was just having to go with what was being called on the field when you really look at it.
That's what I mean.
It was terrible designs, terrible offensive rhythm. You know, we were just horrible in key situations. So, you know, what they did, this is the important thing that the Eagles did do that really, I think, kept the window open for us, was get rid of Kevin Patullo after year one. We ain't waited around with it. We ain't going to play with it. You know what I mean? That window would have closed had we kept this dude around for another year.
Facts,
so, you know, they made the necessary adjustments to, you know, keep dudes in and out of the building or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I agree with you. I think many people are going to be in agreement with this one, which is why I'm probably only going to take one more after you, man. But, like, I'm glad we can agree on that.
Yes, sir. Take it easy. I appreciate the content, dog.
I appreciate you, bro.
For sure.
You know what I mean? We always going to start it off with something that makes sense. I mean, if you could find a way to disagree with this, then, you know, I mean, let me know. Let me know. But we're going to start it off with makes sense, man. We're going to get to the last person on this one, Trent Wright. You know what I mean? Trent Wright, what's going on with you, man?
What's up, LB? Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, brother.
How you doing, brother?
I can't complain, man. The Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl window is still open. How do you feel about that claim?
2 words: Vic Fangio.
Okay, I like where this is going already.
We got him. The Super Bowl window is open. We got a lot of young talent on defense. I mean, we haven't even signed Coop or Q to a second contract yet, and they're in the All-Pro status in their second year. Right.
So
I'm thinking just because of Vic alone, this Super Bowl window is still open. As long as we have competent offensive play calling, we're going to be just fine. If we can get a top 15 offense next year, we're going to be just fine.
I agree with that because, you know, a lot of it just, I hate to echo this sentiment, but a lot of it has to do with the quarterback that you have, because it's difficult in this day and age to make a top 15 offense play like a top 3 offense when you need it to happen the most. Because what if the running game comes back alive? There's so many things that can, you know, help this offense out moving forward next year. But Vic Fangio, man, I completely agree with you, man. Bringing him back and the guys that want to play for him, especially knowing that this could be his last year, you know what I mean? It's extra motivation added there.
Yeah.
Draw those there. And then, you know, we're going to draft well as well. So, yeah, the window is open. The window is live in effect. And I couldn't agree with you anymore, man.
Yeah, I do think the window, even though it's open for this year, I think it might close after this year. I'm feeling like this is Lane's last year. It's going to be Goddard's last year. It's going to be Vic's last year. He didn't threaten, but, you know, he kind of thought about retirement after this year. Even Landon Dickerson kind of contemplated retirement for a little bit. So the window is still open for now, but we have to capitalize on this year, man. We cannot have another year with a wasted offense. And anybody who thinks Jalen Hurts is the problem, I just don't even have words for him.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, man. How can you blame a guy that did what he did, and then we've seen too much good out of him to just single him out to be the reason why things went to shit last year? But I agree, man. The window is slim after this year. I agree. We are in some talks with Dallas Goedert potentially extending him. So we may have more than 1 year out of him after this year, but you got to get it done, man. You got to get it done, man. So some of your guys that have been with you 10 plus years and things of that nature, they're starting to, weed themselves out. And, Lane Johnson being the last man standing. So, yeah, I agree.
Unironically, Dallas Goedert was the only player that benefited from Kevin Patullo's scheme. He had a career high in touchdowns. Those little shovel passes.
Yeah, the little shovel passes. Yeah.
I mean, I was just thinking to myself, watching that all year, I was like, why are we so good in the red zone and so terrible the rest of the field, man? Like, it was mind-blowing.
Mind-boggling. You could be the best red zone team in the league, but still lead the league in 3 and outs. That's a coaching problem, man. So,
yeah,
man,
that's a scheme problem, too.
Definitely a scheme problem. I appreciate you tapping in, Trent, for sure. Go ahead.
Yep. Last thing I'll say is I love Nick Sirianni. I really do. I support him as a head coach, but I don't want him sniffing our scheme this year. Let him just stay on the sideline, bro.
Agreed. I'm glad that he's deciding to, just let these guys hire who they want, bring in who they want. That could be a promising thing, man. I think the best thing for job security for Nick Sirianni is to say, hey, I had no involvement, so you can't blame me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes sense. But I appreciate you, Trent.
No problem, LB. Good to see you, man.
Sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. That was my guy, Trent, right there, man. So everybody's in agreement with this one, man. So I think it's safe to move on to the next claim. I want the Commanders fans to come in here for sure with this. My next claim is Jayden Daniels was exposed or regressed, or however you want to put it. So I'm going to put this in Twitter right now again. Let me put it on Twitter real fast. We're going to get this on Twitter real fast. And in the meantime, y'all can go ahead and call all your Commanders fans that got an issue with what might be being discussed right here. Just call them in here right now. You know what I mean? Call them in here right now. Joseph, you are live right now. So my next claim is that Jayden Daniels regressed last year or was exposed, however you want to call it.
First, I want to say, LB, you're my guy. Mm-hmm. I'm an Eagles fan, been an Eagles fan since Randall Cunningham.
Right.
And all those guys. Jayden Daniels was exposed last year, not just this year.
Go.
He was.
I'm listening.
The one thing about Jayden Daniels, listen, he's not a bad quarterback. All the hype was deserved. The problem, he's injury prone. And that's a problem when you have a quarterback with his body style. I put it like this. I love Mike Vick. The one thing with Mike Vick was his body was small. So he did get injured a lot. Fastest man on the field, best player on the field. Jayden Daniels is one of those players. If you can't stay healthy, it don't matter. It's the name of the game. You can be the best player.
Damn, we lost him. We lost him. He was talking too. He was talking. I'm gonna give him 3 seconds to get in here. You know what? I can't do that. I got to keep it moving. Christian King, a Commanders fan.
How you doing, LB?
What's going on, man? How you feeling? You was in the joint last time.
Hey, I told you, you're my favorite Eagles reporter, and anytime I got to go at you, I got lots of love for you.
I got a lot of love and respect for you as well, man. So my second claim. Jayden Daniels was exposed last year or regressed, however you want to cut it.
So, LB, first thing, I want to address that injury-prone statement.
Right.
Before last season, Jayden Daniels had not missed a game, and I believe the stat was over 5 years. And then people will then go, well, if you look at it, he had an injury every single season.
Are you talking about before his rookie season?
Before his rookie season. He didn't miss a single game his rookie season. He played all 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
But they want to say, okay, he got injured. He hurt his ribs his rookie season. You can do that with every single quarterback. They're on the injury report at some point in the season. It's the NFL. You're going to get hurt at some point. Jayden Daniels, the way he's built just like Devontae Smith. I think we can both agree on that. And when you look at Devontae Smith, does he get injured a lot, or does he avoid injuries because of his wiry frame?
See, Devontae Smith is more durable than Jayden Daniels, I think. I think they do have the same build. I think you can say they both are wiry, but Devontae Smith is conditioned to take hits because he's a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jayden Daniels, which a lot of people like to say he's injury prone because I feel like he just learned how to slide. That's number one. That's just my thing. I feel like he learned late how to slide, and he just doesn't. He can't take the hits like Smitty can.
LB, the thing with is he knows how to slide. It's frustrating as a fan to watch because he's so smart. He knows how to avoid the pressure, but sometimes it's like he'll be running. He's like, let's do this. And I'm like, hey, stop. And you could see when he came back from the injury, he started to kind of like even last year, his rookie season, when he got hurt the first time, it was like he needs that reality check of, oh, these guys are bigger. I really can't take these hits. But the next thing I wanted to get to is I don't think JD got exposed. I think Cliff Kingsbury got exposed. Because I'm just gonna give you a 2-player stats. You tell me which ones you want, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So player 1 completes about 62% of his passes, has about 263 total yards per game. That's rushing and passing, about 2 touchdowns a game, and about a half a turnover. Next player completes about 65% of his passes, is about 230 total yards, 2 touchdowns, and about a half a turnover a game. Which quarterback do you want?
See, the first thing that came to my mind when you said this, or the first thing that popped out to me was the half a turnover. So I would probably lean with A. Neither guy turns the ball over, and I think that's big. So I would go with A.
Player A was Jayden Daniels in the 4 games he played start to finish. Player B was Jalen Hurts in 2025.
Okay. So my caveat to that would be, so that's the 4 games this year he played start to finish.
Start to finish.
He lost his last 4 starts though. So are any of those, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And my point to that, the reason I didn't include those in those games is those 4 games were the 4 games he had a consistent receiving core and a consistent offensive line, and the defense wasn't terrible.
But see, this is where the waters get murky at for me though. He was labeled as special as a rookie.
Yes.
He was labeled as special. So you are supposed to overcome things like guys being in and out of the lineup and things like that. I didn't see elite. I didn't see top 3 guy. I didn't see MVP runner up.
But you got to remember the Commanders were second in the league in drops. He had a lot of, and I will say everybody wants to say his accuracy kind of dipped. It wasn't that his accuracy dipped. I mean, he was throwing to guys like Chris Moore. I mean, you've been an Eagles fan forever. That was like when you had Carson Wentz, you watching Greg Ward out there. It wasn't that Wentz had bad accuracy. It was these guys weren't getting to their spots where they needed to.
But where Jayden Daniels didn't show he was special at, his sophomore year as opposed to his rookie year was he would run with the ball in situations like that when he couldn't get things going. His play in the pocket regressed to me. He just wasn't an accurate quarterback. He just wasn't as good as in a pocket last year.
LB, I would love to do a film breakdown with you because to
me. So I think the regression started in the NFC Championship game. He is not elite to me since the NFC Championship game.
Well, the thing is, he was. If you look at his season this last year, the Chargers game he had week 5, he was elite. Week 6 versus the Bears, before the fumble that ended up losing us the game, the only game of his entire career where you can say he had the game-losing play. He was playing. It was elite. And the Eagles.
That Bears game? I don't know. I gotta look at that one again.
Look at that one again, LB. He was elite in that game. I promise you
about that one.
I promise you. I mean, some of the throws he made in that game, especially that throw to Chris Moore in the back.
But you can't. So I don't think he had an elite game at all last year.
Oh, the Chargers game, absolutely.
Was that week 2?
Week 5.
I can't see it. So I watch every Commanders game. I watch every Cowboys game. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't get. It's not enough time. If I gotta X somebody out, it's the Giants. I can't watch everybody.
We can't love the Giants. I mean,
you know what I mean? I can't watch everybody. And so he didn't have a single 300-yard passing game last year. He didn't. It was just things that he was doing in his rookie season that he just was not doing in his sophomore season. And I can't blame him on Cliff. I think that the superstar tag got put on him too early. I think that he didn't put the team on his shoulders like he should have, like you see many guys do. He didn't have a moment last year to me. He didn't have enough games.
That was, and it kind of hurts because it's like I wish I could have seen what a full season would have been. And I will say, when I first looked at it, the first thing I thought, I was like, something might be a little different. When I went back and I finally watched the film, it wasn't that he played different. When I tell you the rest of the team, and it was Cliff Kingsbury's play calling. He was still calling the same concept as if it was 2024, and he would not adjust to anything that the defense was throwing his way. It's why he got fired. And I'm telling everybody's like, "Oh, do you think David Blau is going to be a good hire?" Of course I do. The same reason you think Sean Mannion's going to be a good hire for the Eagles.
So
it's
you
going
think, so I'm looking at this. I'm looking at some stuff from the Chargers game. He had 57% completion percentage. You think that was an elite game?
You have to look at it, LB, as we were talking about last week with Jalen Hurts. When you look at it, it's more than just it's an eye test. When you go back and watch the Chargers game, look at the throw he had to Luke McCaffrey, flat-footed, 55 yards down the field, right in the breadbasket. I mean, the throw to Deebo Samuel. I mean, we won that game 27-10 because of Jayden Daniels.
He had 5 games last year where he completed under 20 passes. This is supposed to be a generational talent.
Well, LB,
it's not looking elite to me. It's not looking elite to me, bro. It's not looking elite to me, man. And you know, I like him. I think the rookie season was one of the best rookie seasons. But this is regression. Regression.
LB, it's when I look at his career, I'm going to tell you know what this is going to end up looking like. Peyton Manning in 1999, his second year in the league, had an elite season. After that, he had a big regression because of his offensive coordinator, and he had a lot of injuries. The team went 6-10. Everybody thought, okay, the Colts might not be able to do this with Peyton Manning. Then they brought in Tom Moore as their offensive coordinator. Peyton Manning came back up, and the Colts went up. When I tell you David Blau is going to be to Jayden Daniels what Tom Moore was to Peyton Manning, I 100% believe it, because the other problem with Cliff Kingsbury was he was making Jayden Daniels carry the ball about 16 to 17 times per game, because he didn't know how to run NFL concepts. We were running in college offense that Jayden Daniels made work in 2024 that was never going to work in 2025.
I mean, I guess guys adjust, but I feel like the special guys find a way to remain special when guys have tape out on them.
I'm going to tell you a crazy stat.
There's often a sophomore slump, and I just got the best of them. Right now, him and Caleb are neck and neck to me. One good season for one good season, one mid-season for one mid-season.
Who had the better playoffs? If you had to win a game tomorrow, out of everybody,
Jayden Daniels said, if I had to win a game tomorrow for a guy,
you had to win a game tomorrow, and you had the same roster. Everybody had the same exact roster. Mind you, Jayden Daniels has never had a top 25 defense.
I would probably go with Jayden Daniels. I would probably go with Jayden Daniels.
And this is the reason I'm so high on David Blau. Over the last 2 years, did you know the Commanders only had 91 snaps under center?
I didn't know that.
The last 2 years, only 91 snaps, and that's not all with Jayden Daniels. Under center opens up so much for an offense between the bootleg, the play action. I mean, we were doing everything out of shotgun.
Especially with a guy with his skill set.
It's the same reason I think Jalen Hurts is about to have a big season, going under center more, having more play action, bootleg, getting open looks over the middle of the field. Even though I said last week, I'm not sure if Jalen Hurts is that good of an over the middle of the field thrower. We're going to find out this season. But these offenses are every team in the league. If you look at all the elite teams, they all have one thing in common: under center. The NFL has not been a shotgun game in over 10 years, and it's going to get back to that one day, but not now.
I agree. So before I get to the next person, you don't have any injury concerns. You don't have any injury concerns about Jayden Daniels?
None whatsoever.
I'm going to make. So go ahead. I'll let you know.
I would make a serious bet that he doesn't miss a single game next year.
He's definitely missing.
Unless we're sitting down one game because we won the division.
He's missing the game next year.
I don't think he is.
The way y'all bubble wrapping him right now, it ain't helping his case, bro. Because he could have played them last 4 games of the season.
But there's a reason we did it. Cliff, when I tell you, Cliff was running him 16 times, keeping him open. We're about to have an offensive scheme where he's not going to be getting hit nearly as much. We're going to rely more on the run game. Our run block schemes went from a gap scheme, which didn't fit our offense at all, to a zone run block scheme. Our running backs are about to have lanes. We're not going to have to rely on him. And our defensive coordinator, I love him. We're finally going to have a top 20 defense. I just need a mid defense. I don't need an elite defense. I need mid.
You might lose Deebo Samuels. I think you still need a running back. You need a couple of things over there. But what you really need is you need your quarterback to play how he played in his rookie year.
Agreed.
He got to play better. So let me ask you this: you think you don't think he was worse this year than he was?
Oh, he absolutely was. But I think it's because of the circumstances.
What circumstances? What circumstances?
Offensive coordinator, injuries. We were the most injured team.
It's the same. You have the same offensive coordinator in the rookie year.
Okay, offensive coordinator stress. 2020. Oh wait. Let me explain. 2023. 2023. Texans had Bobby Slowick, right? Everybody thought great offensive coordinator, up and coming. CJ Stroud, rookie of the year. 2024, the offense came way down. What did the Texans do? They keep Bobby Slow, or did they fire him?
They fired him. But
it's a year by year league. Each year you can get worse or better.
It's a year by year league, but you had the same offensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts has never had the same offensive coordinator in back-to-back years. That's an advantage, knowing the tendencies and knowing the terminology of offensive coordinator. And you already said that he was worse this year, so that's like the definition of regression. So what are we doing here? He need to be better, right? You
also got to look at the history of Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, everywhere he's ever went, he'll have one great season, and then once the league catches on to him, all his teams regress. He doesn't. Terry McLaurin only had about 3 snaps over the last 2 years at the Y position. All his snaps came at the X. He doesn't believe in motion. He believes in staying put, doing what you're told from the start of the play. We weren't doing anything different.
Do you think Jayden Daniels is elite? You think he's one of the top 3 quarterbacks?
Quote my man Louis T. He one of them ones.
Okay, then I can't give him these excuses that you're giving him, because one of them ones put shit on their back, bro. He was out there looking like they've been looking like a deer in the headlights.
Last week we talked about this. Mahomes is here, and we don't compare to Mahomes. Mahomes is the only one that could do stuff with bad talent.
Okay, we agree on that then. We agree on that.
So we agree, right?
We agree.
Lolo, when we have the tiers of quarterbacks, Mahomes is here, Allen, Jackson, Burrow are here, and then I'll put Jayden right around here with Stafford, and I'll put Hurts there for me.
Negative. You can't put him there. I don't care where you put Hurts at. Jayden Daniels is not. He's not in that tier to me yet. I got to see more. I got to see more. It's been a lot of guys that had one good year and then they go quiet. That's happened a lot in the national.
It happens, but I don't think Jayden's one of them. I don't think Jayden will be one of those ones. The reason I say that is his work ethic just puts him in a level where I have no worries. I worry more about my head coach and my scheme might not working, even though I'm a 100% believer, than I do Jayden Daniels. I have no worries about Jayden Daniels.
I ain't mad at that, man. But I definitely appreciate you, man, for tapping in, man. You always give good insight on these on these debates, man. Make sure you stay tapped in, man. More debates coming, Christian. I appreciate you.
Will do. Thanks, LB. Have a nice night.
Yes, sir. We get to my next guy. I know Diego chomping at the bit. I'm gonna get you, Diego. Let me run back to Diego real quick. Diego, what's up?
What up, bro? How you?
What's up, man? I think Shorty regressed. I think he regressed, man. I think that he wasn't as good as he was in his rookie year. I think it was a lot of gas poured on the Jayden Daniels thing a little too early, and I think he got exposed last year.
I won't even say that though, LB. I'm gonna keep it real. Shorty only had one good year. Boy only had one good year in college. That was the Heisman year. Remember, he had to transfer from Arizona State to go to LSU.
Right.
The first year at LSU, he stunk it the fuck up. He had a halfway decent year. That Heisman year, they went 8-4 that year. They went 8-4 that year. Didn't win the bowl game. Shorty won the Heisman. He came into the league. He was a breath of fresh air for the league. Nobody ever seen low running quarterback, but Bull better learn how to slide. But I'm telling you, he better learn how to slide. I don't think Shorty regressed. I just don't ever think he was really that good. He can throw. He's fast. Sure, cool. But they talk about Jalen being a one read quarterback. If Jalen's a one read quarterback, he's a half a read quarterback.
And it's funny you say that, because a lot of Commanders fans be telling me, and we watch the film. Bro, I watched a lot of the dude play, man. He not really surveying the field, bro. He plays a very scripted game, which you're supposed to do. He plays a very scripted game, and he takes what the script says should be open. I don't be seeing this dude scan the field like that, bro.
No,
I don't be seeing him scan the field, man. And then when you don't have a solid running game with a quarterback like this, man, when guys are sealing off the edge and he has to run up the middle, he be looking scared as hell, bro.
Nah, for sure. And then what's crazy is Bull was talking about him not running as much, but a lot of his injuries was in the pocket. It wasn't him getting out of there. It was him getting broke up in the pocket.
Exactly.
So if that's the case, what the hell is the new offensive coordinator going to do? All these excuses Bull was just giving for Jalen. We don't get that for Jalen.
We don't. And then another thing is that like his sack rate went up last year as opposed to his rookie year.
Because he's holding on to the ball.
Exactly. That is a pocket issue.
Hero ball. He want to make the big plays.
That is
hero ball, getting his ass broke up because he was holding on to the ball. That's on him.
That's a pocket issue, man. Shit, he almost got Zach Ertz decapitated.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? This guy was running around throwing medicine balls last year. He was scared as hell last year.
And I'm gonna keep it a bang. With you. Mariota looked better than him last year.
I will say the same thing. So I think Mariota was more calmer running the offense.
Yeah, for sure.
We know who's more talented. Like we not.
He's more talented. Yeah, but that don't have nothing.
Right,
talent don't mean nothing.
Bro,
talent don't mean nothing if you don't got it in between your ears.
After the rookie year, I thought he was better than Dak. I can't say that. I can't say that right now.
Nah,
I can't say better. I can't say he's better than Dak, man. I cannot say that dude is better than Dak Prescott.
No, you're not. I can honestly say I hate the Cowboys. You know I hate the Cowboys.
I can't stand him either, but no, he's not better than Dak. He's not better than Dak, man. So you know what I mean? Like that is what it is, man. I already knew we was gonna agree. But let me get to this next guy, man.
All right, say less, bro.
You already know. We're gonna do one more on the Commanders one. Then we're gonna slide on over to the Dallas Cowboys and what they got going on.
They ain't doing nothing either.
They ain't not gonna come here, man. A lot of people like to talk online and on Twitter and all of this, but then when it's time for these real debates to come in and speak your piece, it's not a lot of people in here that want to do that, though. There's not a lot of people in here that want to do that. JD, SB, MVP, what's going on, man? Jayden Daniels has regressed or he was exposed. That is my claim. How do you feel about that?
Yo, what's good up, Bill? You can hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right, so you say he regressed last season. I mean, I don't really want to say regress. Like, he didn't really play much. Like, he played 7 games. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a small sample. Like, he couldn't really get his feet wet. Like, it was a lot of inconsistent. Like, he'll miss consecutive games in a row, come back, and then, like, miss a longer period of time. Like, it just wasn't no consistency. And plus with the offense, too, the guy you had on here, like, I feel like he did a great job, like, beating it over the head. Like, Cliff Kingsbury, his offense is like, I mean, like, this is nothing new. Like, it's a common theme with his offenses. Like, they tend to die out like the next year. That's why he always gets fired. He can't keep a job. And yeah, honestly, I just don't understand like how you think he regressed this season when he was just dealing with a lot of injuries. So I just want to like see what you mean.
I mean, he was dealing with a lot of injuries, but you know, out of the 7 games that he played, 3 of them were sub 60 completion percentage. His sack rate went up. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that one game that wowed me that said he was a superstar. He just didn't look. He's looked the same. Every game he's played to me has looked like he was back in the NFC Championship game where that probably was his worst game of his career. So I didn't really see him put the team on his back or look special. That's like regression to me, man. That's regression to me.
I mean, like also like the team around him regressed as well. Like O-line play did dip. The defense was terrible. Secondary was horrible. Like O-line play did dip. Like I said, the scheme was bad.
I don't think the O-line play dipped. I would have to disagree with that. I don't think the O-line play dipped. Y'all found success running the ball with multiple guys. I mean, those guys ain't have 1,000 yards on the ground. He was holding on to the ball a lot. The run game looked pretty okay-ish when Marcus Mariota was playing.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I do feel like Mariota was a little better in the scheme. I do agree with that.
I think a couple things happened last year in terms of Jayden Daniels. He didn't have Terry McLaurin to start the season. And I think that, you know, I think the speed of the game, or I think the league just got tape on him now. Like, he was beating a lot of teams last year by being able to slide out to the pocket on that right side and throw to a guy just sitting in the hole in the zone. When teams started making sure that they contained the edges on him and made him run up the middle, up the hashes, instead of running outside the pocket or making him run to his left, he showed major flaws in his game. That was on the tape last year. And a lot of that echoed this year. You know what I mean? He really held on to the ball a lot last year. You know, I can't give excuses to talent around. Well, talent matters. We're not going to act like talent don't matter. But at the same time, he wasn't the same guy. Do you think he was on the same level as his rookie season?
No, I don't feel like he was on the same level as his rookie season. But like I said,
so that's regression then.
But I also taped that up to like I said, like he couldn't really get a consistent groove. Like 7 games is not enough. Like when he came back off the injury versus he was coming back off the injury when he played the Chargers. Like in that Chargers game, he was coming off an injury and he showed flashes, and then he gets hurt again. Like he just couldn't really build on those games. That's kind of my point.
So do you think he's injury prone?
Nah, I mean he played.
You think
he played 17 games his rookie year. Like
I agree. I wouldn't put the tag on him right now, but listen, man. Listen, you only play one game a week in the NFL. You only play one game a week in the NFL. Then you go through practice. Then you go through things like that, man. If you got it, and not having the games under his belt, it's not registering to me. The excuse is he just wasn't good enough. And for us to have this debate and for you to openly acknowledge that he wasn't as good as he was in his rookie year, that's like the definition of regression. I hear you.
But like I'm also trying to chalk it up to like the play around him regressed as well. Like that's on both sides of the ball. Like the defense was like I feel like we were middle of the pack when we went to the NFC Championship game, but like we were literally bottom of the league like last year. Like the defense was terrible.
The defense was ass.
Yeah, like we can't tackle. Like linebackers couldn't cover. Secondary is bad. Like it's a lot of things.
But from a guy who was crowned a superstar off of one season, I expected to see him out of these 7 games at least be the sole reason they won at least 2 of them. Because if he's that special, he would have at least showed out in one game to where everybody is saying, like, all right, this is why he's that guy. I didn't see it, man. He's been mid to me since the NFC Championship game. He has been mid to me since the NFC Championship. The last game where I could say that he showed out to me was against the Detroit Lions before we eliminated these guys in the playoffs. I have not seen that special it factor since. Now, granted, maybe with more games, I'm pretty sure I would have seen it, but I haven't seen it yet. So to me, I got to say regression, man. Regression. And then the way that the organization is handling the injuries. Like, you shut him down for the last. Why you shut him down? He's a young kid.
It was nothing to play for at that point. It was like after the Seahawks game, it was literally nothing to play for at that point.
You play for your confidence.
I mean, but like he's an investment. Like that's the future. Like we were nothing. Like the franchise was literally terrible before. Like he gave the franchise hope, honestly. So I feel like you got to just shut him down and then like preparing for next season, see what we could get out of next year.
I ain't mad at
like Terry McLaurin. That's another factor. Like he was injured a lot. Like with his hamstring, he was injured a lot. Like he couldn't play.
He was definitely injured a lot.
I don't. And then the games he came back, he wasn't even playing with JD. Like he was playing with Mariota a couple games, and he got back injured. It was just like it was no consistency within the offense. And then I also want to harp on the fact that like Cliff Kingsbury, like we see his systems all the time. I'm pretty sure wherever he goes, I don't even know if he got picked up yet. I don't even think so. But wherever he goes, like it's going to be a boom when he first landed. And I'm trying to tell you, it's going to phase out by the next year or in the later parts of the season. Like it was just no consistency on the offensive side of the ball at all.
I give Jayden Daniels a little bit of benefit of the doubt. I'll give him a little bit because he's a second-year player and things of that nature. But I can't call that guy elite from what I saw since the Eagles game. I can't say he's elite. People are saying he's like a top 2 guy in the NFC. I don't agree with that. Because the top 2 guys. Like the Matthew Staffords and I'm not even going to name Jalen Hurts because I don't want nobody to say I'm biased. But sure. Matthew Stafford and whoever else you want to put in that number 2 slot, that has to be a guy that can look better than Jalen Hurts than Jayden Daniels. That has to be a guy that can look better than Jayden Daniels. It got to be Stafford and Dak.
Stafford and Dak as like the best in the NFC.
The best 2. It got to be Stafford because I'm not trying to name Jalen Hurts. Did Jayden Daniels play better than Dak Prescott last year? Both guys.
Oh, no, of course not.
Yeah, so it's like he didn't. So we're not in agreement with the regression.
I can't chalk it up to regression. I just want to see it one more year. I can't chalk it up to the regression because, like I said, he played 7 games. Like if you'd have played like 14 games at least, and I would have, and like I probably could say like, okay, it was a regression, but like I'm gonna just chalk it up to like it was just a bad year overall.
It was a bad year.
I think they got high off the NFC Championship game, and then like it showed like in the level of play, like on both sides of the ball. Like we literally had to get like Dan Quinn had to pick up play calling dudes on defense. Like it was just no consistency within the team. Like it's not even just offense, like within the team. And I think that carries over to the offense.
It was a bad year, but I would have liked personally to see more flashes of special. So I gotta say the kid regressed, man. That's how I'm feeling.
All right, that's all good. I appreciate
you. No, I appreciate you too, bro.
Thank you. Have a good one, man.
Mm-hmm. Let me see who we got in here. We're gonna get to the next claim. The next claim. So I guess I guess it's 50-50, man. We talked to about 4 people. You know what I mean? I guess it's 50-50 on that one, man. You know, I'm leaning towards the regression of Jayden Daniels, or he was exposed, however you want to call it. And, you know, the Commanders fans came in and represented and said they can't chalk it up to regression that fast. You know what I mean? The third claim, the Dallas Cowboys playoff woes are largely due to Dak Prescott. That is the third claim. The Dallas Cowboys playoff woes are largely due to Dak Prescott. Largely the fault of, largely due, however you want to call it. Joe Peasy, you've been wanting to talk to me for a while, I think.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to read the third claim to you again. The Dallas Cowboys playoff woes are largely due to quarterback play. And the quarterback is Dak Prescott. How do you feel about that claim?
I mean, honestly, I could say that claim is it is true in a way, but you also, again, like, it's a team sport, so you also got to put, like, he's not just the blame. Like, yeah, it's been playoff games that he hasn't been playing good, obviously, like the 49ers. I mean, you could say the first half of the Packers, like, all these games, yeah. But it's also, too, like, it's about the team. So you got to look at the whole picture, like coaching. You got to think about defense. You got to think about, like, players individually. Like, it's a lot of stuff that go into that.
Right. So my claim is largely due to Dak Prescott. So I give Dak Prescott the bulk of the blame in this claim. I'm not saying it's all Dak Prescott's fault.
Yeah.
But when you get some of the play that I've seen from Dak Prescott in the playoffs, you get sent home a lot. You know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll let you go before I elaborate.
I would say that is true. Like I said, I can't sit here and act like and disagree with that at all, because I mean, he is a $60-70 million quarterback. So you obviously expect him to win games. I mean, you talking about the tiers of, like, Josh Allen, like, stuff like that, like players like that. Yes, you expect them to get you to at least higher than what you ever been at some point. But again, it's hard for me to be like, I mean, at this point, I'm biased, so I'm a Cowboys fan. I can't sit here and say that it's largely because of Dak Prescott when Jerry Jones don't add players, or like we do secondhand free agency. Like, we're not, like, Jerry Jones is not Howie. You see what I'm saying?
You had 10 All Pros when you got eliminated by the Packers.
That's true, but again, let's look at that. How many sacks did what did Micah Parsons do in that game?
Well, what did Dak Prescott do? Because that's who the debate is about. He threw a pick six. He threw a pick six in the first half of the game. He threw 2 interceptions in the first half of the game.
Right, but then second half of the game, what did he do? He at least gave us a chance until the defense stopped showing up. Like, literally, you
never had a chance in that game because your quarterback aided in throwing you out of the game. So the only reason you have a chance in that game against the Green Bay Packers is if Dak Prescott has the moxie to make it a shootout.
Yeah. And again, but you also go.
The Packers scored on the first possession, right?
Right.
The Dallas Cowboys defense got to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got the ball back.
That's true.
And he threw an interception.
Yeah.
It went to hell after that. And
in that case too. All right. So again, I agree with you, because it is largely the most expensive player you have is largely a part of your losses. But it's just hard for me to be like, just like to pinpoint Dak. Like, let's put Dak. Dak did this. Dak did that.
So your last 3 playoff losses,
right?
For the Packers, and I think was it the 49ers?
49ers. I think the 49ers twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Dak Prescott has thrown an interception in all 3 of those games.
Right, and we talking about
2 of those games.
Right, and this the part where we talking about playoffs. We talking about wild card. You talking about all that, like, stuff. Like, you can't mess up. That's what I'm agreeing with you with. You cannot. You can't turn the ball over. Playoffs is no turn ball. Do not turn the ball over. That's literally the main thing.
In the playoffs, 9 times out of 10, you're either going to win or lose because of the quarterback.
Right, and that's 100. That's why I say I agree with you with that 100%. But also too, like, all right, you see your quarterback messing up. He threw a pick. All right, let's go back out there and stop him again. Like, it's all about like, can you overcome? And after that, what did he like? He wasn't turning the ball over after that.
So
It's
in the
just a whole
49ers,
downfall after that.
okay, so let's talk about the 49ers game then.
Right.
In the 49ers game, y'all
Which
were
one
down
though? Which
5.
one are we talking about? We talking
The
about
one where y'all were down 5 and y'all went 3 and out.
right. All right.
The ball was in the hand of Dak Prescott.
Was that the one where Tom went out, right?
No,
Like
that's not the game that time went out. I don't think.
that's the other okay.
This is the game where y'all were down 5 points and Dak Prescott could not move the ball. He overthrew CeeDee Lamb. He almost threw a pick 6 on a speed out route. You know what I mean? He just was not ready for the moment.
Yeah,
You know, we could talk about the playoff wins too, though. You beat a 40-year-old Tom Brady at the end of his career.
Yeah, but that's for me, that's not good enough though.
He looked
That's
great
not
in
good
the
enough.
games, though. Which
Right,
is why I say you either win because of your quarterback or you lose because of him.
right, and that's and again we can agree and disagree because those wins, yes, we love those wins, but those losses are like you remember the wins, but you remember more of the losses, especially if they're constant, like constantly happening. So it's just hard for me to. It's just like every year is different because, like I said, it just changes. The roster changes, everything changes. But it's that player that one player, those couple players that do stay, which is Dak Prescott. Those are the players that do got to get you over the hump. Like you said, no turnovers, none of that.
Everything is changing, right?
Right,
Except the quarterback. Dak
right.
Prescott is the longest tenured quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah, and that's why I said he has to get over that hump himself. Like I said, no turnovers, no none of that.
So why are we not in agreement that it's largely in fault of quarterback play?
Because
what part of your what part of your fandom? I'm being curious here. What part of your fandom makes you not say that it's largely the fault of quarterback play? Why don't you want to give that to me?
Because you for me as the fandom, you also got to put in Jerry Jones. Like, bro, he always had reasons to just be cheap. Like we just seen teams just say fuck. I didn't mean to cuss, but mess up the cap. Like, we don't care about the cap. Let's just add players. Jerry Jones is always the player, always the owner that's like, we're just gonna be in the low section over here. We just gonna spend a little bit change and then like that.
He has the highest paid quarterback of all time on his roster.
Yeah, but if you don't surround that highest paid player,
hold on. CeeDee Lamb got his bag.
Oh, for sure. And then George Pickens gonna get his bag too. I'm not worried about that. So, but you have to keep adding as a team. Like every year for y'all just kept adding. Y'all didn't just stay still. Y'all didn't stay stagnant.
That's actually not what happened. We won our last Super Bowl with a lot of rookie guys that panned out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all kept adding.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. You kept adding. Y'all kept adding. Y'all kept getting better.
Nobody ain't tell y'all to go draft Mozzie Smith and then claim on the internet that he was better than Jalen Carter.
See, and those are people that just like, those are stupid. Those are people I just can't, like, I don't condone those people. Like, I'm a real football. I play football, bro. I'm a realist, bro. I just love the game of football. So to say that dumb shit is stupid. That's the same shit as Schoonmaker when we picked Schoonmaker in the second round. Like, what the fuck? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, and that's what I say. Like, that goes to Jerry Jones in the front office. You can't add players like that. Those players do not look at where Mozzie at right now. He's at the Jets. Like, you don't trade your first round players after 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying?
You got Quentin Williams now. So but hey, it's right on brand. Quentin Williams never been in the playoff game either. The streak continues. But I appreciate you calling in. Let me get to some of these other people.
Yeah, you right. Appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you. I mean, they want to say it's his fault, but they can't say it's his fault. I'm confused by it. Cowboys monk. My claim that I'm currently on is that the Cowboys playoff woes are largely the fault of quarterback play, and your quarterback is Dak Prescott. How do you feel about that claim?
LB, what's up? Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Yo, what's up? I talked to you last week, man. Appreciate you having me back on. You doing your thing with
I appreciate you.
this platform right here. But now let's get into it, man. So I can't solely blame Dak Prescott.
I'm not doing that either. Largely to blame.
The way I see it, I largely blame the defense. Let me tell you why. We led the league in takeaways 21, 22, 23. In our big playoff losses, we don't take the ball away. Granted, Dak did throw picks, but when you have a defense with Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, Micah Parsons, their job is to help out the quarterback. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to win a playoff game if you're not taking the ball away. And as far as Dak Prescott's playoff stats, like we act like Dak had a game like CJ Stroud had. Dak has 18 touchdowns and seven interceptions in his playoffs, man. Like that's a better than a 2-to-1 ratio. So I can't largely blame Dak. Granted, the 49ers games, especially the second one, that was bad. But I can't blame Dak in 2016 as a rookie. Aaron Rodgers, he made the throw of his life. The 2018, we played the Rams. Dak had 0 turnovers. The Rams ran for over 300 rushing yards, and we couldn't get a stop uh, from Jared Goff. He scrambled. He had like a 3rd and 13. He scrambled and picked up the first down to end the game. The first 49ers game, we had an NFL record 14 penalties. Randy Gregory, he damn near leg dropped the 49ers on a 3rd down where we could have got the ball back. I think Dak threw one interception.
You said that was the first 49ers game?
Yeah, look it up. The first 49ers game at home. The Cowboys, we had a NFL record 14 penalties that game. Like you can't win that way. Not to mention in all of Dak Prescott playoff losses, I don't think we had a running back that ran for over 80 yards.
You had
So,
you in that first 49ers game, the 49ers scored 19 points.
but we did take away the ball once. But my big thing is takeaway.
It was Jimmy Garoppolo. They scored 19 points.
Jimmy Garoppolo, you gotta pick him off 2 or 3 times. Like we gotta win that turnover battle.
But they scored 19 points. Y'all was at home. You should be able to score more than 19 points at home in a playoff game.
14 penalties though.
I think the defense did its job in that game. The defense did its job in that game. The other loss to the San Francisco 49ers, Dak threw 2 interceptions.
Now that game is really the only game that I can pretty much say is Dak's fault. But even in that game, we still had a shot to win that game in the second half. We got the ball back. We were driving. We got to the 25, and Tony Pollard, he fumbled the ball. We could have took the lead with that possession right there. So it's a whole lot that goes into it as far as Dak Prescott's playoff performances, and not to mention as well, he doesn't have second half turnovers in those playoff games. So he does struggle early.
You can't do that in the playoff. It don't matter. You can't struggle in a playoff game.
I agree, but there are quarterbacks that struggle. When we have a defense that has the identity of taking the ball away, when you got Trayvon Diggs that lead the league in interceptions, and you got Deron Bland the next year that lead the league in pick sixes, you got Micah Parsons that's averaging 12 sacks. Like you gotta help your quarterback out. Like Dak Prescott, he's a fine quarterback, but he's not Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Like you got to help him out.
But this the thing. This the trap that y'all always fall into with this playoff shit though. Y'all get confused with beating up on the Giants and the Commanders when they don't have a quarterback, and all of the Jets and the Browns. Y'all beat up on them teams, and then y'all think y'all going to the bowl.
But that's on the defense as well, right?
That is on the defense because the defense gets the takeaways against those teams as well. But I can't sit here with confidence and say that a defense didn't perform that held the team to 19 points. That's pretty good at home.
That's pretty good. But turnovers, takeaways, and our team lived all seasons. The first Giants game, like we started the season off I think that was 21 with a block punt. Like we was blocking punts, blocking field goals, pick sixes. We were doing that all season, and come playoff time, like we gets nothing. So like that's pretty much where I'm at with it. I just feel like if the defense had played up to that level to where they were taking the ball away,
So what
some of those
about? So what
turnovers
about?
cancel out.
So what? So what about? But see, that's the thing. You can't cancel out turnovers in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen haven't been to a Super Bowl because they keep turning over the damn ball. Like your quarterback cannot turn the ball over in the postseason. Dak Prescott turns the ball over in the postseason. So since he's been around for as long as he's been around, turning the ball over in the postseason, the playoff woes of the Dallas Cowboys are largely in part of the quarterback that you have. Like if you don't have a quarterback that's not going to throw these interceptions in that Packers game, then that Packers game is a shootout at the minimum. Maybe so at what point does your quarterback help your defense out? Why can't it go? Why can't it work? Why can't it work both ways? If the defense is getting turnovers, then it's your quarterback's job to capitalize on those turnovers and turn them into points. We've seen this. The Philadelphia Eagles made the Commanders turn the ball over a bunch of times during our playoff run last time we was in the playoffs and won the Super Bowl, and we turned every time they turned the ball over into touchdowns. Dak Prescott has to help the defense out. If it's a shootout, then I got to bust my gun. I'm Dak Prescott. I got CeeDee Lamb. I got all of these guys. I'm always in the top 5 in offenses in the regular season. What's the issue when it gets to the postseason tour? Why can't I have a shootout with Jordan Love? Why am I throwing pick sixes? Why am I throwing pick sixes? Why am I the 2 seed losing to the 7 seed?
The early pick six that was a bad play, but I feel like Dak fought back. At some point, your defense got to get a stop. I mean, we ended up scoring 38 points. If the defense would have got 1 or 2 stops, we have a chance to win a game. We played the Eagles this year. Y'all jumped out 21-0.
Right.
What happened that second half? Dak fought back. We ended up getting turnovers. Saquon Barkley, he fumbled the ball. And I think y'all punt returner, he fumbled the ball. So your defense has to play a part. We don't come back from 21-0. No team comes back from 21-0 if your defense can't get a stop. And in that Packers game, they were going up and down the field.
They were going up and down. They were going up and down the field. They were going up and down the field. But you guys were also giving them short fields. It got to work both ways. Somebody got to have a flawless game. Your defense can't be getting scored on and your quarterback turning over the ball. That's how you get blown up.
I think that's unrealistic to have the want your quarterback to be perfect every single drive.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But when is this guy going to put together a game in the second round and get y'all to a championship game?
I mean, at the end of the day, Dak, he's a 4th round pick. I mean, like, granted,
oh my God,
that's a fact, LB. No, I'm not leaning, but I just feel like for a 4th round pick,
Tom Brady was a 6th round pick. He the greatest of all time.
Tom Brady always had a top 5 defense. Tom Brady never won a Super Bowl without having a top 5 defense. That's why.
Tom Brady never ran out there and just threw interceptions in big games either, though.
I mean, that's true. I mean, Dak, he's a gunslinger, man.
Tom Brady, Julian Edelman don't get to the Hall of Fame if you're not playing with Tom Brady. Tom Brady out there throwing the ball to Julian Edelman and Wes Welker. Not turning the ball over, though. It's about, a lot of people forget about the IQ part of it, man. Dak is talented. Arm, all of this stuff. Here we go. All of that shit. He's talented. But the IQ and upstairs, it just don't match sometimes. And that's why you guys are in the situation that you in a lot.
I just feel like that.
We can't use his the man about to be 35 or something. We can't use where he was drafted at, man. We can't do that. We can't do that, man. I'm sorry. I can't give you that one, man. I definitely appreciate you calling in, man. You wildin'. I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, bro.
They talk about your 4th round pick. That's why he trashed in the playoffs. What? You know what I mean? Let me get to my man Hubert, man. What's going on, man?
LB, what's the deal, bro?
I can't complain, man. The Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott is the reason why they got so many playoff troubles, in my opinion. The quarterback. How you feel about that?
It's 100% valid, bro. What is we talking about, bro? Was talking crazy just now, bro. Bro, listen. I, as you know, I'm born and raised L.A., but it
Right.
ain't Hollywood. It ain't Hollywood out here. It's Phillywood out here. You feel
I
me?
feel you.
And it's Laker fans and it's Cowboy fans out here. You know, they like the good franchise, the the popping franchises. So I deal with Cowboy fans all day.
You deal with a bunch of bandwagons.
A bunch of bandwagons, bro. And so bro, Dak is getting paid 60 million, bro. He's getting paid 60 million. If that was Jalen Hurts, they would be Cowboy fans was clowning Jalen Hurts and he get paid less. And he's been to the bowl. So what is we talking about?
Right. It don't make sense to me, man. If Jalen, so I talk bad, well, not bad. I criticize Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson because they don't win in the playoffs, and it be their fault. You know what I mean?
Right.
I openly say, hey, man, the teams are losing because the quarterback's turning the ball over. Dak Prescott is nowhere near on these guys' level. So why is it so hard for Cowboys fans to admit that a lot of it is his fault? I ain't say all of it, but they don't want to give the guy no blame at all. As if he ain't do shit to be absolved of the blame. Who is he? He never been out the second round. It's his fault.
Right. And for the most part, outside of that Packers game, they always are they're in close games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it always ends with Dak got the ball in his hands and he always make a crucial mistake. He always throwing a pick or something. Bro, I almost lost my job when they played the Cowboys in the playoffs, how loud I was. You know what I'm saying? When he was throwing them picks, like it's just crazy. And the Eagle fans, we've seen this before. I think Dak is talented. We all know Dak is talented. And Dak, to me, like the Eagles, we've seen this before to a little higher degree. I compare Dak to Donovan McNabb. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at that.
I think they got similar playing styles or whatever. You know, McNabb just took us to countless NFC championship games and then the Super Bowl. But other than that Super Bowl run, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, McNabb, you know, to Rondé Barber, that shit still hurts to this day. You feel me? In Tampa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Dak, he just got to eat that. Y'all can't keep saying, oh, we got the number one offense, whatever. But when y'all get to the playoffs, y'all wet the bed.
Yeah, when y'all get to the playoffs, y'all need the defense to get stops. Y'all need
you know what I'm saying?
And
y'all not even scoring in the 40s or whatever. At least put up some points. And he talked about against the Cowboys. Oh, we still could have won that game, bro. It was 41-16 at the end of the third. What are we talking about? The game was over, bro.
It was big time over, man. He fought back. That shit was garbage time.
They do that, but they're accustomed to that because that's what they do in the season. They, you know what I'm saying, empty calories.
That's a fact. I compare him to Phillip Rivers.
Phillip is another one. Yep.
I compare him to Phillip. I think McNabb is a little more decorated. Just a little more decorated. He ain't win the big one, but I feel like McNabb kind of earned his name. Madden covers. I feel like McNabb solidified himself as like a top 3 guy at one point. Dak has never been a top 3 guy in the league.
No, never. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
He's never been a top 3 guy. So I would say Phillip.
Yeah, Dak takes a lot of the blame, bro. Like I said, they be killing. They offense is always killing in the regular season. Then when the playoffs come, you need a drive or whatever because the other team they scoring. So it's like Dak, what you about to do now?
Exactly, and that's why. So we could have laid down the first Super Bowl. Jalen ain't laid down. It had to be a shootout. It had to be what it was going to be. Right. If they're gonna keep scoring, I'm gonna keep scoring. And I feel like that's special to me. That's when guys show that they special. Like they're not gonna lay down. They're not gonna let you.
You gotta go out. You gotta go out guns blazing.
You got to. You gotta throw the ball. You gotta trust your guys, man. You just can't throw interceptions and all the other crazy shit, man. So
yeah, I don't know, man. It's no accountability. But we already know how Cowboy fans are, though.
We know how they give it up, man. You know, I definitely appreciate you tapping in, my guy. You've been following me and supporting me for a long time, man.
Hey, bro, real quick before you get off, I've been following you since you first started in 2017, right before our first Super Bowl run. And
I remember.
It's been you, you know, the OGs, you, Philly 500, Philly Mike, Simone. I'm big fans of all you guys. Y'all making me want to jump into podcasting. You know,
go ahead, man. Shit.
One day I might do it. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. I respect what you're doing. You know I follow you on IG.
Yes,
I got
sir.
some I got some Eagle merch that I'm about to drop. I'll send it to you. I'm gonna definitely
Oh,
connect with you.
let me,
I got a
yeah. Keep me,
t-shirt. I got a
keep me linked
t-shirt
in.
line. I'm coming out, and I got some fire designs. So I'm gonna be tapping in with you.
Keep me in the loop, bro. I can't wait to see it.
I got you, bro. Have a good
All
one.
right, you too, man.
All right.
Mommy.
Who that in the building, man? Before we get to the next claim, let me see Leo, man. Leo, man, what's up, man?
All right, so it was a mistake for me to go on here, so I had to put my Dak glasses back on. You know what I'm saying? Philly 500 made sure I knew that I was to, make sure that I had everything straight so I could understand from what place you're coming from when you make these claims and stuff like that, because you be messing up, LB.
I'll be messing up
Not good.
sometimes.
It's not good, LB.
I
I don't know what's going on with my camera. You know what I'm saying? It's acting a fool, but that's okay. We here. We in the building.
We in the building.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So listen, LB, you know what I'm saying? It's like this, bro. There's only but so many ways you can say it. I put these glasses on because these are the Dak goggles. Because that's the way he sees the playoffs. That's what he sees. Now
he definitely looked like that in the pocket.
Yeah, and I understand what you're trying to say because, again, when you look at the common denominators of the Y in the playoffs, he's amongst the common denominators. You know what I'm saying? The pick sixes, the running too long. The bigger the game, the more he shrinks. And it's the complete opposite when it comes to Jalen. And I just want to go back real quick and just say, there are a number of reasons why our Super Bowl window is still open. We're playing a completely different game than the rest of the teams in the NFC East, much less in the conference, to be honest with you. We like when we look at our free agents and everything like that, LB, we trying to figure out comp picks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we talk about free agency and everything like that, most people don't realize the Eagles haven't used the franchise tag in almost 20 years. It's not something we do. We don't do that. We get guys under contract early on. We don't normally overpay, and we are quick to move on from a mistake. I.e., look at Kevin Patullo. I.e., look at Bryce Huff. If we're talking about quickly moving on from having made a mistake, and when you point these things out, particularly what you are doing right now, and I told you this a week ago, LB, you are triggering. You are triggering. Do you realize the fallout that I received just from being here? People made videos.
I ain't see him.
Oh, LB, LB. It's if you talk about the Cowboys, then that means that they're on our minds.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everyone wants to, they can't enjoy themselves. I mean, you see, they gave Christian Parker his nickname, CP.
You know what? I just looked up something and you just brought it to my attention. We haven't used the franchise tag in 20 years. Do you know the last team that actually won a Super Bowl with a player that was franchise tagged? I don't know if this is true or not. Do you know?
With a player who was franchise tagged.
Right. It's kind of like a trick question.
No, who is it?
Nobody. No NFL team has ever won a Super Bowl with a player who was actually playing that season on the franchise tag.
Okay, see, you do, again, a trigger. That's a trigger. Because now what you are saying is that they can't be happy. They can't be excited. And all of that flies in the face because remember now, LB, they moving different.
They definitely moving different.
Everything.
A franchise tag, which we will see one in the division this year.
Yes.
A franchise tag is essentially a death sentence.
Yes, I mean it's the way to if you want to quickly piss a player off, you know what I'm saying? Franchise tag them.
Right.
If you really want to piss them off, and I think the things that the crash out that George Pickens is, and the things that they accuse, it's everything that they accuse AJ of is what George Pickens is. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Whatever crash out he you know, and I think what AJ was the team. He told the truth. There was nothing about the things that he was saying that wasn't true in terms of what he was pointing out and the way he was pointing it out. You know what I'm saying? And I think also when we look at, you know, this change with Jeff Stoutland, you know, being gone and everything like that, everyone smells blood in the water. Whereas for us, it's business as usual. I mean, when's the last time we had a new offensive coordinator? Oh, yeah, last year. And then the year before that, and the year before that. So what is it that Jalen Hurts has shown you that will make you think that he's not going to be able to handle a brand new offense? He's done it every year since he's been a starter.
It's the story of his life.
Yes, but it's the thing that makes him a good quarterback, because to be honest with you, with all these different offenses that he has seen, he's actually way more mature than a person of 6 years in the league.
Exactly.
Most players most of your long-term quarterbacks have not seen that many offenses in their entire careers. Dak hasn't.
Which is why I can't get with the Cliff Kingsbury excuse that they are given for my second claim of Jayden Daniels taking a step back or regressing.
That's a moving of the goalposts.
Yeah, how are you blaming the coordinator? It was the same guy that could be largely. The guy could have went and got a head coaching job after that rookie season from the kid.
Yep.
They were talking about him going to go be a head coach. So how are you going to blame this guy?
Well, there's also talk, you know, like when we talk about the way we went through a bunch of candidates to become the offensive coordinator here in Philly.
Right.
And folks were saying, the narrative was, there was a narrative that was being pushed around that it's because Jalen Hurts is a very difficult quarterback to work with, you know, where it's actually quite the opposite, in my opinion, you know. But the thing about it is that in pointing these things out, you also have to recognize a lot of guys came here and became head coaches. You know, Shane Steichen became a head coach. Kellen Moore became a head coach. So the narrative is not really. It's not, the math ain't mathing. LB, that's what I'm trying to say. The math is not mathing when it comes to these narratives, and it's not. And I don't think the narrative fits Jalen to an extent. I mean, guys are flat out lying. Look at the picture Emmanuel Acho put out of Jalen at the Super Bowl. Why you sitting by yourself? Blah 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 blah. You know, no, Devontae was with him. A whole bunch of guys were sitting with him. Yeah. You know, so what are we doing here?
So the thing in terms of Jalen Hurts, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, is, you know, it's almost become popularized to not like Jalen Hurts. You know, and they will stretch the truth about his game. They'll stretch the truth about his character. They'll do anything, man. Grown men was basically mad at him that I don't even know how to even say the sentence I'm about to say.
Dominique, don't.
It's super crazy when I talk about sports and when I talk about these quarterbacks, especially, I'm coming at it from a fairness aspect. So when I claim that Dak Prescott is largely at fault for the Cowboys' mistakes, it is me highlighting the importance of the quarterback position, or what I think the quarterback position is to be, because I am using a guy that been to 2 Super Bowls and 1 Super Bowl MVP as the benchmark. If Jalen Hurts can play big in big games, why can't these guys that y'all say are better than him do it? It's not like I'm in a barbershop arguing with people about Jalen rings and Jalen Super Bowls versus Josh Allen's and Dak's and Lamar's and Joe Burrow's. I'm not having that conversation because they don't have no rings.
Well, no, wait. First of all, LB, you got to realize from what place you're actually coming from, because this is the difference, and I think I pointed this out the last time we talked, which is you do not. The one thing we don't do is we don't pretend we don't know who these people are.
Right.
Now you've had me and you, everybody. We have had to deal with Dak Prescott for the last 11 years. In 11 years, okay? We don't pretend that we have not been on the short end of the stick when it comes to playing against them, more than we have on the better end.
Right.
We don't pretend that. You know what I'm saying? We do not pretend that Dak Prescott does not put up big numbers during the course of the season. As a matter of fact, We know that he likes to pass that when it comes to certain games and everything like that. So sometimes those numbers be a bit skewed, but hey, we don't say anything. We do not pretend that we do not know who Saquon Barkley is. He fucked us up like he fucked everybody else up when he was playing for the Giants.
It's a fact.
So he did, like, we knew who we was getting, and so we don't pretend. But see, the thing is that these people, a lot of these fan bases pretend and they move the goalposts like they still. I mean, I still don't know. Like everything you said about Jayden Daniels, they say that about Jalen right now.
They say they say, oh, he regressed, he fell off, and all of this. So hypothetically, say if Jalen Hurts did regress or fall off, he won a Super Bowl already. He's been in Super Bowls already.
Take the Super Bowl part. Look, when you make the argument, take the Super Bowl part away, because it's too easy. That throws them for a loop. They cannot handle that. Just don't go no further than we went to 2 NFC championship games and won.
Yeah.
We won 2 NFC championship games.
We 2-0. We 2-0 NFC championship games with our quarterback.
Yep. That hasn't even sniffed that.
We got a 100% chance of going to the Super Bowl if our quarterback gets to an NFC championship game.
And it's exactly. And that's the part. That is the part that escapes a lot of these folks. And it's not just the Cowboys fan base. It's also the Commanders fan base. Interestingly enough, you really don't hear a whole lot from Giants fans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
We about to talk about them too. I'm pretty sure they're not going to come in here though. But I got my last claim is about the Giants.
Yeah, again, a team that's going through it, and I'm not going to hold you up any longer than I already have. But again, when you talk about all these teams in the NFC East, except for the Eagles, are going through a multi-year rebuild. These are years-long rebuilds. We are not there. We have the holes. The holes we have are any starting position holes we have. We have plenty of depth. So would it suck to see Nakobe Dean go? Yes, but we're stacked in that linebacker room.
Yeah,
we have a whole lot of talent. People. Jeremiah Trotter out there looking like his daddy.
He is looking better and better. So he's the reason why I think Nakobe's going to go.
I think so too, because to be honest with you, Nakobe Dean and to an extent Zach Bond are hindering Jahad Campbell, Jeremiah Trotter, Smile Munden's
progression
development. Yeah, their progression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because and it's not, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying it's just that much damn talent in the linebacker room.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper to let them play.
Exactly. Because they're on their rookie contract. That's my point. We have a healthy mix of people we have a healthy mix of people who are contributing on their rookie contracts and veterans who veteran free agents.
Yeah, you already know.
So this is how we are not. We're playing a completely different game. Number one, and number two, yes, our Super Bowl window is wide open. And when it's all said and done, when Jalen Hurts is finished playing his game, we'll have either tied the Cowboys in Super Bowl wins or surpassed them.
Yeah,
one or the other.
We'll see, man. We're gonna definitely see how it's panning out, man. But Leo, I definitely appreciate you tapping in, man.
Always, bro. And listen, I sent you.
I got it. I got it. I said I locked you on all that.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, I got you. I saw it the same day.
Be easy, man. Be safe out there, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, now.
You know what I mean? We're gonna get one more Cowboys claim in. I'm gonna run to Chrisick 3K. The Cowboys. You got a little echo. I hear myself talking. You gotta turn me down or something.
My bad, LB. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Let me take this. Hold on. Let me get this off. Can you hear me better now?
Yep, I hear you.
Oh, okay. You were saying I didn't want to interrupt your claim. I wanted to make sure I heard it. It was the Cowboy one, right?
Yes, the Cowboy claim. So the Dallas Cowboys playoff woes are largely important to Dak Prescott. The echo is crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's echoing bad. Like I hear every time I say something, I hear me.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix that right now. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. You got to turn me down.
You got to turn me down. Oh, I got to turn your thing down.
Yeah, you got to turn me down.
Yeah, hold on, I got you. I got you like on a little. I got you on a little Bluetooth thing. I think that might be what it is. Let me take. I'm turning it off right now.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's gone now.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, the echo gone. We good now.
Okay. So the claim was the Cowboys playoff woes is largely on deck, right? Is that the right one?
Yep, that's how I feel. How you feel about it?
You 100% on the money. First, I appreciate you for even having me on. I'm from LA, so I'm Go Birds out here, diehard Eagle fan. But you 100% on the money. I think when you look at, I'm all about. I understand that football is a team game, but when you look at his playoff performances, like let's say as opposed to like when Jalen, the first bowl we got to when we lost, like we lost, but you couldn't look at Jalen's performance and be like he was the reason that we were at fault for losing. Like he played his part. Dak more often than not in these playoff games has been terrible. Like regardless of, because I understand that there are elements that you can't control, but as far as your quarterback individual performance, you have full control of that, and he been bad. Like I ain't seen too many playoff performances since he's been there where he played well and they just failed him. Like he been the biggest reation they've been losing. Like
and you're right, and it's a large sample size, so it ain't like we're going off
exactly.
like 3 games here.
Yeah,
like
we're talking about a decade, right?
This is a decade.
Yeah,
going into the 11th year.
Yeah,
with only 3 playoff wins, but like 7 total playoff games.
Right, and it's not just playoff games; it's even big regular season games. I don't know if you remember. I think our last year with when Carson was healthy in 2019, when they came to Philly, and I think the division was up on the line, and we were short of everybody on offense.
Mm-hmm.
He lost that game and scored 9 points against a depleted
3 field goals. 3
field goals.
And it was for the division.
Exactly, because had they won, they would have won the division. But had we won, we would have went up, and then we clinched it the next week against the Giants. So when people tell me, or when I hear all these other Cowboy content creators like it's everybody but Dak, I'm like, what games have y'all been watching? But the thing that's a trip to me is it's everybody but Dak until they got the number 1 pass offense, or they got the number 1 scoring offense, and I'm like, that's fine. I'm just all about keeping the same energy. If you're gonna give him all the praise for having that type of offense, where has that offense and production been against Green Bay in 2024? Or just go down the list of all his playoff performances. You can't tell me that he's played well and it's been everybody else. Like, he's been the biggest person that's been terrible, and everybody else just follows suit.
Because, like, my whole thing, my whole theory about this is it's easy to have the number 1 passing offense. It's easy to have the number 1 offense, but, like, why don't it materialize when you need it to materialize? I get so confused. I get frustrated with that. Like, I don't want to win. I don't want Jalen Hurts to win MVP and play like a bum in the first playoff game when we get bounced out. And I can just say, oh, at least he won MVP. No, MVPs don't have parades for the city, bro. It's about how you execute and how you win and how you go and do your thing in the postseason, man. So I measure guys. Listen, man, everybody unfortunately is measured against what Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes do in the playoffs.
Right. I think, you on the money. I think to piggyback off that, I've only, and this is being transparent, the only reason I've ever wanted the Eagles pass offense to be a little bit better is twofold. I think we got the weapons to be a little bit better, and I think it'll help our defense not be on the field so much. I think that'll be the only reason why. It's not so much passing, it's just other ways to manufacture. Like when we didn't have a run game this year, I wish we could have been able to pass the ball better, just so we didn't. And I'm not blaming Jalen for that.
I agree. I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah. Not him. Just so that way the defense didn't have to be on the field so much. But
you got to be able to have different things in your bag. You got to be able to have simple things to be able to still move the ball, and we really lacked that last year.
That's just little things. And I'm like, how did we go halves where Jalen couldn't get a completion? I'm like, you couldn't scheme something up to get him a little 5-yard pass.
But his haters would say that that's a Jalen thing.
That's ridiculous, though. I mean, you can think whatever you want, because whatever you think about guys' skill sets, whatever. But you can't watch these other offenses in today's game and you tell me the way we play offense is friendly to Jalen, because it's not.
It's not friendly to anybody. You saw what happened when Tanner McKee got in there.
I know, and he was terrible.
Terrible, but Tanner McKee is drawing a lot of trade interest. I think he will end up being the Jets starting quarterback.
He might. And if they want to give us something nice for him, maybe that might be what it is. But I think that's strictly because of the Tanner perception, because, He fit that perception, LB. You know what I'm talking about.
He fit the perception for sure, but
Yeah.
also at the same time, he can throw.
He can throw the ball.
He definitely can play. And for Kevin Patullo to still make him look like that, is very telling to me.
Yeah, but to get back to, directly on it, no, it's no question Dak has been the biggest, he's been the biggest reason for their shortcomings because they've changed coaches. Mike McCarthy was there, they didn't get nothing done. Jason Garrett was there, they didn't get nothing done. They went to, what's his face, who did they have this year? And they celebrated going, 7-10, 8-9, what they did? Like, who else? My thing is, who else's fault could it be? Like, go look at those playoff. I'm not even win-loss. I'm not even talking about the win-loss. I'm just talking about his individual performance. You tell me where you saw Dak Prescott be great and they lost because the kicker or somebody else didn't do their job. If you could show me that, I'm cool. Like, show me his Jalen Hurts Super Bowl 57 moment where he was balling and everybody else stunk. If you can show me that, okay, we got some. But until you show me that, all I got is that Green Bay performance. I got that Rams performance. I got that other one when he came to Philly. And you can just keep going down the line. Like, I got that first Green Bay one when it was the 1 seed, when they had Dez and Aaron came up in there and beat them. Like, we got the 2 San Francisco games. If you want to count those 2, like, this is a decade, bro. Who fault is it?
You're right, man. I ain't even got to say nothing else more on this, bro. You saying everything that you are echoing how I feel.
And LB, he done lost at home. He done lost on the road. He done lost with higher seeds. He done lost to teams that was.
He done lost when the defense only giving up 19.
Exactly. They gave up 19.
He done lost everywhere you could lose.
Everywhere you could lose.
He lost with the ball in his hand. It was his legacy drive against San Fran.
Yeah.
Down 5, ball in your hand on the road. You could go break their heart, bro. And you 3-out?
No, don't forget the year before when he slid when they had no timeouts left. That was the year before in Dallas. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember. How many ways can you lose?
Like, he done got blown out. He done lost close. He done been trailed. Like, every way, at home, away. Like, every way you could possibly lose a playoff game, he done just about did it. But somehow it's everybody. They done fire coaches. But yet somehow it's everybody else's fault. I mean, Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, didn't he? Am I tripping?
Yeah. No,
I mean, there was a 6 seed. They went to, that wild card run, and I pissed off about when they came to Philly and won, but I was young. But either way, Mike McCarthy has won a championship before with an elite quarterback. What happened with Dak? I mean,
it just didn't pan out that way.
You know what I'm saying? So I just, to me, I'm like, when it comes to that, it's always these quarterbacks are spectacular. And I'm like, if you're going to give a guy credit, cool, but just give him the same blame when shit go bad if he don't play his part. Because Dak ain't never played his part.
I agree with that, man. You was definitely talking, bro. Make sure you come into the next one, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, I was going to touch on one last thing. The first topic I got in, when you talked about the Eagles Super Bowl window being open, I 100% agree with that. As long as I hope we keep AJ, man, I think people got to stop overreacting to some of the stuff that was going on. I really didn't think too much of his stuff. I mean, everybody got their own personality, but I don't think you can ignore what that offense was like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad.
The offense was bad, but
it was bad.
I think it's very telling though that these interviews that happened today or the last 24 hours,
right?
How the Philadelphia Eagles seem to be more excited about committing to Dallas Goedert and talking to his agent than even discussing what they want to do with AJ Brown. I think he left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth, but we'll see how it pan out.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, but I do think just touch on the Super Bowl thing. I think absolutely. But I think the biggest reason is our defense, I feel like, has been the better unit the last 2 years. And the defense is still extremely young. We got a good core of guys on offense. And the gap between us and Seattle isn't that damn big anyway. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. Our success is not relying on having a top 5 offense. And that's refreshing.
No, it's not. I just want it to be better. That's all. But you ain't got to be top 5.
We could be top 10, 15. And
middle of the pack. Yeah, if we were middle of the pack and with some balance, with the way we play defense, we in the mix with anybody. And my thing is, too, with this Super Bowl stuff, like, I think people got this revisionist history. Like, Tom Brady won 7 and Mahomes got 3. They didn't win the Super Bowl every damn year, bro. Like,
exactly.
You lose every now and again. It just happens. It's just, this is not a video game. You can't
lose more time. You lose more times than anything in this game.
I know. Yeah. I mean, you can't simulate 10 championship wins in a row. It don't happen like that. This is real life. There's injuries. There's a human element. So, I'm like, this core is still extremely young. They're proven. I don't see why they're not Super Bowl contenders as long as they're able to keep guys together and keep them healthy. We got Vic coming back next year. I mean, and Sean Mannion can just elevate this offense to, like I said, just middle of the pack and keep that defense healthy. We right in the mix again. I mean, we won the division on a down year, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
So,
I think we're gonna win it for the third straight time, but we're gonna see, man. But
Yeah.
yo, I appreciate you tapping in, man. I'm gonna get to this last claim.
Yes, sir.
Let everybody get to they night.
Appreciate
it. That was a good one, man. Y'all coming in here talking, man. That's why we do this, man. We do this for a reason, man. My last claim is John Harbaugh is extremely overrated. Like extremely overrated. In my opinion, John Harbaugh is so damn overrated. So damn overrated that I forgot he even won a Super Bowl. That's why the things say no rings. I forgot Harbaugh won a Super Bowl, bro. Because the shit happened in Ray Lewis last year. That's how long he been around and being able to get away with people talking like who he is. You know what I mean? How you feel about that, Diego? John Harbaugh being overrated.
No, he definitely overrated.
For sure.
Yeah, I say he overrated for one because he's a CEO. He's a CEO coach, and
right.
They don't fucking win. You don't coach offense. You don't coach defense. You don't coach special teams. And all your biggest player in the biggest games always nut up. He never Bull always choke when it comes to it. He don't get to have his team prepared. I'm glad he's in that division. I'm glad he's in that.
And it is no better team that he should go to
than the Giants. Yes.
I think this is his last coaching gig.
Oh yeah, no, he's done after this. If he don't win with them, which he's not, he's gonna end up going with his brother. He's gonna go be the coordinator or something. He's gonna be analyst or some with his brother over there in LA. He's not that. He is not that. And I'm so glad the Giants got him, and I'm glad that they are on cloud nine, thinking that they got the best thing since sliced bread.
It's like the most likely disaster scenario to happen in the division is these guys being some type of contender with Harbaugh. Yeah, I mean, if a guy couldn't win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson,
he gonna do it with Jackson Dart. Yeah,
and 10, you know what I'm saying, and 10 damn Pro Bowlers and All Pros every year. These guys always at the top of the league. I think they missed the playoffs the last year. They always at the top of the league in Pro Bowlers, All Pros, and all of this shit. And you expect us to believe that he's about to come in and change what culture? What culture?
It ain't no culture in New York.
I hate the love and the respect that this guy get in the hate that
Sirianni get. Yeah, he's a worse version of Sirianni.
Bro, he's a more it's like he's like Sirianni's like good twin. Like everybody loved this one. You know what I mean? But not Sirianni. You know what I mean? They both won a Super Bowl. Sirianni been to 2 Super Bowls. Neither one of them called the offense or the defense.
Nope.
Sirianni has proven to get the most out of elite players.
And he always has his team prepared. He always has his team prepared,
man.
Even if we lose, we still fighting. Like I don't see that I never saw that with the Ravens.
We still fight. And Nick Sirianni don't have an issue with going to the podium and being grilled or asking the tough questions or getting asked the tough questions. He handled that.
That's
like
the thing,
a professional.
my bad to cut you off.
No,
that's the thing that's gonna kill Harbaugh in New York because that New York media is crazy. When when they lose them first 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, oh man, that shit gonna be crazy.
And they under the impression that they shouldn't draft a running back like Cam Scatterbull was Jamal Lewis or some shit.
Sean, he's a crash test dummy. He's gonna make it in the league for 3, 4 years at max. He runs to contact. Yeah, boys.
I don't think that's. I think he took the contact well. You know what I mean? I think the injury was a freak injury, but it's only a matter of time, bro. You can't just keep running like that.
Yeah, for sure. Because I tell my son that too. Because my son played running back. Running back is the most physical position. Regardless if you don't have the ball, you carrying out a fake, you're gonna get hit. You're going to block for your quarterback, you're going to get hit. So you're going to take punishment regardless. So if you're going to be doing that, and when you get the ball, you want to go find contact, you're not going to last long. In this
what is Harbaugh really expected to do over there with this roster? What is he expected to do? I think they're gonna lose Kayvon Thibodeau. I really want him. If the Eagles can find a way to get
if we
Kayvon,
can get Bull, I like Bull. Yeah,
I like him too, bro.
I like Bull.
He's in a bad situation.
Yeah,
But like,
bad situation.
what is he expected to do? I mean, neighbors is coming off of an injury. That's a dog, though.
He's
you know
a
what
dog.
I mean? That's a dog. I don't think Jackson Dart is trash.
No. Shorty gonna be all right. If he got to learn to slide too, though. He
Exactly.
One like Jaylen.
He's another one. I think Jackson Dart probably should just stop running, to be honest, because he's frail.
He's frail, but I think that makes him who he is, though.
Yeah,
like he has to run. He has to run because he doesn't have the biggest arm or he's not the most accurate. So his running ability is one of his pluses. So I can give Jackson Dart a little leeway because, like you said, he's a rookie. He can only get better. But for his Harbaugh, what he's expected to do there, I don't know.
What's his playoff record? I'm really curious about this. Let me see.
A little bit to a lot of losses. I know that.
That's the bottom line.
I know that Lamar ain't do nothing for him. And like you said, he only won with Ray Lewis and then back. Flacco was the fuck. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Like, Flacco ain't been good since that run, and that was what, 2012, 2011? Like, we got to stop doing
that. Man, this dude coached in 24 playoff games, bro.
Man, what's the record? I'm guaranteed
13 and 11, so he over 500.
That's nasty work, though.
That's nasty.
Work. Because look at the last few years. I'm sure a lot of those wins was the beginning of his coaching career. Yeah. The last couple of years with Lamar, he ain't gone past. He got that one. Man, come on. We not doing this. We can't do that with the Giants. I did want to go back. I wanted to get in there to the last joint so bad. The last joint about Dak. No, I'm so glad the last person mentioned the slide. I'm like, why is nobody talking about when Bull slid when for no timeout? I'm like, they kept talking about everything else but him turning the ball over. They was down 27-0 at halftime to the Packers. Bull talking about they was about to come back. I'm like, come on, y'all just ain't saying anything. They was saying anything, bro.
Yo, the last dude that came down and broke it down, he said it perfectly. He was like, yo, he lost every which way you could lose.
Every which way.
I'm like, damn, it's like 25 ways to lose in a playoff game. He lost all 25 times, and he only played 10 games.
10 games, like you said, man. It's been a decade. It's no reason why a man who come in for one season got more just the same amount of playoff wins as you as a rookie.
You've been horrible in the playoffs, and he finds a way to win more playoff games than Dak Prescott.
He win for sure. Everybody, like you said, they blame everybody else but Dak Prescott. I've never seen it's been Jerry. Jerry's been to blame. It's been the coaches. It's been the assistant coaches. It's been the water boys. It's been the defense. They ain't get him the right power aid. He ain't had the right cleats on. It's every excuse in the book but his play, and that's the craziest part about it.
And it's like I don't want no Cowboys fans to think that. I don't want anybody. I don't care what nobody think. This is an open debate, but I don't want nobody to feel like I'm hating on picking on the dude. But it's like, y'all not doing y'all job as fans. If there was more people coming out here calling a spade, then I wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
For sure. Just like when Jalen played bad, we say Jalen played bad.
We got to say it.
I say Jalen got to be better.
We got to say it.
Be better.
But
I've never heard a Cowboy now a content creator, a Cowboy fan, nobody say Dak got to play better. I've never heard.
They hate though. They hate that when we do give Jalen Hurts grace because he earned it. He deserves it.
For sure.
He deserves it. He's done shit that says, I got to get this guy grace.
Yeah.
I can't give nobody grace who ain't never been outside the second round. You just asked me.
Yeah. And I hate the fact that I hate about this situation is when they always bring up, oh, y'all only got there because of Saquon. Like, they forget 2022. Like, we made it without Saquon. Like, Saquon wasn't on the team. He was still in New York, stinging it up.
Right.
To the Super Bowl then, and Jalen Hurts was second runner up to MVP, and he also was second team All Pro that year. So was that Saquon or was that Jalen?
Exactly.
I don't get it, man. These people, they just be.
It's not designed for us to get it, man. They just gonna keep watching us wear this Kelly Green and keep winning these.
And that's fine. And that's fine. We can keep flying that banner, and all I'm gonna keep saying is "Go Birds," and I'm gonna hold the ring up in your face.
They
ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. The Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. Y'all know what it is. Y'all are some dick eaters, but go Birds.
Go Birds. All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right. We got one more. My guy, Stu Vision in the building. My last claim, Stu, is John Harbaugh is overrated. How you feel about that?
I'm wondering where the lie is. Where the lie? I'm just trying to figure out because I seen the title.
Right.
Lord Brunson versus NFC East in a logical debate. First of all, how do you think you're gonna have a logical conversation outside of anybody from the Eagles?
I was trying my best.
I know. I'm just wondering why did you stress yourself like this? What was you thinking when you put that as the title and for that?
So I like hearing Ludacris, not the rapper. I like the rapper too.
I love Luda too, but dog, come on.
I just like hearing blasphemy. I like when people. I don't know. I just feel like I would be the perfect employee to work in an insane asylum because I just wouldn't take the patient serious. I would take them serious, but I would understand that they are challenged upstairs. So I do this to hear the challenged out. Because if you can say I'm lying about any one of the claims tonight, if you can logically come up in your head with the reason to debate any one of them, then I have successfully conquered what I wanted to conquer.
I stopped debating people outside of Eagles fans, thinking I was going to be talking logical with any of them. The moment I heard one of them try to tell me that they don't care how many wins he got, the stats aren't going to make him elite. Wait a minute. First of all, what the hell you play the game for? You play to win.
No, man, these new fans play the game for stats, man. These new fans play the game to say, my guy did this, my guy is ranked this in passing yards. That's what they play the game for.
Where they ranked at in Super Bowl championship. That's what I want to know. Because at the end of the day, let's keep it real, y'all. I don't care what it is. League MVP, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, rookie. None of that, all that shit is participation trophy. The ones that matter are that Lombardi and that Super Bowl MVP.
And it only and the other ones you named matter when you get them in conjunction with the Lombardi and the Super Bowl MVP.
That's the only reason they matter. Because you got to get them along with something else.
Right.
When you get that like literally, you can ask any NFL player. I don't care if they a skill position player, they play on offense. The one trophy that they dreamed of hoisting was that Lombardi and that Super Bowl MVP. Your wide receiver, running back, quarterback, tight end. You want that Super Bowl MVP because it solidifies you. It says when all the chips is in the middle of the table and it's for all the marbles, you ain't winning that game without me.
Right.
So all the rest of them, that's participation trophy. You can argue about all that you want to. Cool. Have that. Wear that ring. Wear that Super Bowl MVP. Because when you get that combined with all pros, that's when it matters. All the rest of that, that's participation trophy shit.
It's the ultimate. It's the ultimate bragging rights. It's the ultimate silencer. You know what I mean? We don't have to go into depth or argue with anybody about anything if we don't want to. All we got to do is say, my quarterback won the Super Bowl. Did your quarterback do that? My quarterback won the Super Bowl MVP. I don't even say he won Super Bowl. I said Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP. Because you can't win a Super Bowl without Super Bowl MVP. Or you can't win a Super Bowl MVP without winning the Super Bowl.
True.
So, I mean,
it's just like check this out. A man, what you going to brag about, OB? You gonna brag about the 10 shorties you was banging back in the day when you was a teenager, or you bragging about that one baddie that you start your legacy with for the rest of the duration?
I'm bragging about my legacy. I'm bragging about what's upstairs.
Exactly. I'm bragging about what I'm leaving, the legacy I'm leaving behind me when I'm done.
Exactly.
I ain't worried about the rest of that other stuff.
Exactly, because I'm not bragging about what I'm not bragging about things that everybody can do.
I'm bragging about what they can't do that I
can. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not bragging about the shit that everybody can do because we all got the same 24 hours. We all can run around here and do those type of things. But you can't do
Not
what I
everybody
do.
got that on the hat.
Exactly. Exactly. You can't. Come on, man. I go take the trash out like this. You know what I mean? I just
Oh,
came in the house. I
bro,
never
I
took my coat
literally
off.
took the trash out with this on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Mitchell and Ness jerseys all over the Super Bowl shit. Bro, I walk upstairs like this to go get something to drink. They think I'm crazy in this house.
Like, bro, I remember we sat there on the link up before the Super Bowl that we won. I told you.
Right.
Johnson.
You did.
Who set us up for our first touchdown? Get right at the one, almost was in.
Almost was in.
Jahan. I said, look, that's the key.
Once I saw that pass, I said Jalen about to tear their ass up today, bro.
Yep. Matter of fact, the one when he threw to AJ when we got the OPI, I knew it. I said it's a wrap.
Yeah, they was just too locked in.
You want Saquon? Cool. Matter of fact, it's just like simple. It's as simple as this. What Al Pacino saying any given Sunday? This is 6 inches in front of your face. Well, guess what? All year, them 6 inches they was giving us was Saquon running all over the place. Super Bowl, they ain't give us that 6 inches. So the 6 inches they took, we took it another way. You couldn't stop what we were doing all season long. We ain't gonna, if you can't stop it, what we gonna stop doing it for? Ain't nobody trying to reinvent the wheel.
They not, and you know, we got to get back to running the ball effectively, and we got to get back. I'm excited for what's to come this season for sure. I'm excited for what's to come this season. I think that Sean Mannion and these guys are going to have Jalen Hurts and his offense moving this ball. And I got a bold prediction, man. I think the ball gonna move with or without AJ Brown. I think the ball gonna move regardless, bro.
It will, but I don't think AJ's going anywhere.
I don't think he's going nowhere either. It's way too expensive. We don't want to eat that dead cat money. But, you know, anything can happen, man. You could trade him and you could have the team take some of that dead cat money.
True. But my thing is this. I think, see, what it was last year is this is what I think once he got here, we stopped doing. We took this out of his game. That play action, 15-yard dig route, he used to do that all the time in Tennessee. He started doing that when he first got here with us that first year. We stopped doing that with him. We figured, okay, Kellen Moore opened the offense up a little more, gave it a little more variety. We figured last year we would expand on that more. That's when AJ started spazzing out because they tried to keep him in this box of only doing these few things. Oh, deep routes here, quick slants here. No, AJ can do more than that.
Yeah, he can do more than that. And you know, that's – and I hate that it came to that because a lot of people took that as the quarterback is limited. But Jalen Hurts has a large sample size where you see him making every throw. Jalen Hurts was doing what he was told to do. You know what I mean?
There's just that the play designs were the main reason why the offense was hampered last year. The design or the route runs, the routes ran, and the route design and the concept and combinations that they were using, it just weren't conducive for a lot of production in the pass game.
It wasn't conducive to a lot that what we got going on, but you know, we just got to see how it pans out next year, man. I totally believe the offense is going to be better. I believe the defense is going to be better. And I believe the Eagles are going to, at minimum, win the division for a third straight year. So I'm not concerned. You know what I mean? I'm not concerned. They want us to feel some type of way for not repeating. Look at how high the standards are for us.
Like, I'm trying to figure out how are the standards so high for us. Remember, we got the least amount of Super Bowls in the division.
Right.
How are the standards so high for us, but you got teams in the division that ain't seen a Super Bowl or a championship game since the damn 90s. Well, I'm sorry. Well, at least the Commanders seen the championship game, but they ain't seen the Super Bowl since 92, and Cowboys ain't seen it since 95. How is the standard so high for us to not repeat, but the standard so low for y'all and y'all can't even get out the divisional round or get to the Super Bowl. I'm trying to figure that out.
It's the story as old as time, man. They laugh at us for doing shit that they can't do. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get on out of here, Stu, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Hey, always, bro. I'll holler at you next time, man.
Yes, sir, man. My guy Stu Vision, man. Stu been around, man, on these YouTube streets, man, for years. At this point, Stu need to have a damn channel. Stu always Stu will tap in, speak his piece, and it's always educated, logical football, man. So shout out my guy Stu, man. I want to thank y'all for tapping in for the debate, man. I'm always taking suggestions on the next debate. You can leave all your suggestions in the comment section for this one. And the winner of the debate that I pick, I'll throw him a little. I got a gift for the winner, man. I'm gonna let y'all pick the next debate topics, and then we're gonna snowball off that, man. I see y'all for the next debate in 2 weeks, and I see y'all tomorrow for more Eagles content, man. Y'all know the vibes, man.